Hello, everybody. Today I'm here with more Disney Mirrorverse, and I want to point out right away that I got some more shards towards Maui. Or I guess not some more, but just 5 towards Maui. And I noticed something about the event. So what I did is I went into a hard mode and beat the first chapter in hard mode and got 5 for doing so. And as you can see, for fully mastering the story for the easy mode, you get 10 towards him, and you need 25 to unlock him in total. So then I went to normal and looked, and if you master that event as well, you'll get 10 towards Maui there. So that means that with all of those chips, you would get 25 in total. So basically, what I did with the hard mode quest, beating that first chapter, was basically obsolete because you'd get 25 for mastering normal, which is really the only viable way that I'll ever actually do it. But I'm not sure if I can actually master normal. It'll be pretty difficult. And here is hard, just for example. If you mastered hard, you get all 25. And there's a lot of rewards for that as well. But basically what I'm going to try and do... Oh, and right there you saw, that's how I got the 5. It's just for completing that hard mode. But I'm going to try and do a normal if I can. And if I can master normal, then I'll go back through and master easy as well. And then we'll have Maui. And it is nice that they allowed that to happen. We're also going to open up a title crystal just in hopes that we can get something good out of it. I doubt we'll get anything, but I can hope. And I'll do this at the beginning of the next video as well. So yep, some towards Baymax, which they seem to love giving me Baymax for some reason. But that's the one for today. We're going to open up just some more mini premium crystals, because why not? And we actually got enough for Oogie Boogie. So there's his new talent. And I'll probably look at that on my free time. And then we got some more talents as well, just opening those few talent crystals I had. And then I also completed Oogie Boogie's collection. I get some stuff for that too. Alright, I think without further ado, let's go into the campaign, into the new event, Darkest Depths, into Chapter 2. We're already going to be halfway through done with this event. And there's Maui and Ariel, I mean. So let's go in. I want to get rid of Scar and put back in Buzz Lightyear. And we're going to go back in. And there are no gates or anything, so I don't need to bring any special characters. But I'm glad... Hold on. I'm glad we're working together, Maui. Right? Is that what it says? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who said anything about working together? Working adjacent, maybe. I'm kind of a one-man show. Well, my friend Sebastian would say that even a soloist has to blend with the chorus most of the time. The Sebastian sounds like he's straight up Kooky Dukes. Come on, let's go get some more Fractured. What the heck is Kooky Dukes? Who says that? I don't think Maui says that, that's for sure. But we're going to check out the path here. We don't get any crystals for doing any of the other paths, so we might as well just go straight down the middle. And try to get like that single Tamatoa talent there. So yeah, we're going to go down the middle. And we're going to bring in Sully, of course. Now, I'll preface this by saying, I didn't say it already, but when I was recording the first 20 minutes of this, it went smoothly until we got to 20 minutes and then it crashed. So I went to go and save the video of it, and my recording software crashed. Now luckily that saves my video, but it does not save my audio. So I lost all the audio, all 20 minutes of me talking over the gameplay. So that's why I'm re-recording right now. You might be able to tell that it either sounds different or the way that I'm talking about the game makes it seem like I'm not actually doing the things, because obviously I'm not. So this is all in hindsight, of course. But I just want to preface everything I talk about by saying that this is all, re-recorded. And I don't remember everything that I talked about. I had talked for pretty much 20 minutes straight, of course, and now I have no idea what I talked about. But I think the first thing that I started talking about was Maui being unlockable in the campaign, which I had kind of complained about before, that there wasn't a good way to unlock him. Well, technically there is. And I really do like that the developers allow you to at least get one character. Oh, hold on. Ariel, what about what I said earlier? If you want to be my sidekick, that's okay with me. That's really funny because I was thinking you'd be a great sidekick for me. Usually I work with fish and crabs, but I suppose I can work with a big ham. What? Oh, I'll give it to you, kid. That was good. That's going to be more fun than I thought. And there I made a sexual joke that I'm not going to repeat. But yeah, I like that the developers allow Maui to be unlockable. Obviously, they want higher level characters to be able to unlock him. If you're able to go through the normal campaign and completely master it, you can unlock Maui. And you can get a lot better rewards if you're a lot higher level and can go through the hard campaign as well. But I doubt that I can even complete the hard campaign, let alone actually master it. But like I was saying before, at least they allow you to unlock one of the new characters through means of just playing the game. And if you want to pay money to get the other characters and spend all your orbs in hopes of getting a new character, you can do that too, but it's probably not going to work out. I'll just say that. You'll be spending a lot of orbs and a lot of your personal money just trying to get a new character. So it is nice that they allow that Maui to be easily unlocked. I really do appreciate that. And they did that with Mulan. They probably did it with the last event too. I just never looked into it. I just played that event and then never looked back. But my plan is going swimmingly. I must see Triton's face when he realizes what his little daughter is up to. I'll just add a dash of this, a dab of that to the cauldron, and wait, what's this? It's Ariel and Maui. And they've teamed up? Oh dear, that's unfortunate. I could handle one, but both together might be a problem. I'll need a stronger spell to summon more of those purple goons to do my bidding. I've also set up in a way that I can actually read the dialogue. I believe in the past I had to re-record once and I couldn't actually see the dialogue. But now I'm able to read it just fine. And I'm actually watching my gameplay over again. We're obviously fighting Jack Sparrow here. And I know another thing I talked about was that right now these levels are really easy for me again because my team is leveled up to be able to beat higher levels, but not so highly leveled that I can beat some of the harder levels. That's why I think maybe normal will be possible for me to do. And if it's not, I'll be like super close. And I might have to spend some like health potions and stuff. But I think it is within my realm, within a realm of reason that I could beat the normal campaign in this event. And that last quest might end up being really tough in some parts, but I really do think I could do it. And maybe I would just need to level my heroes a little bit more. I do have some leveling up abilities stocked up to the point where I could use some of that to do it. But I guess I just hope that I can, so that I can at least showcase Maui. Honestly, Maui is my least favorite out of the three new ones. I really do like Ariel and Ursula. I think Ariel's my favorite, honestly. I think her design looks really cool. And Ursula is certainly very menacing. And I think the design that went with her is the reason why I like her more than Maui. Maui's just kind of yellow. And other than that, he's exactly the same. But still, just to get any of the new characters will be fun. So I do hope that I'm able to unlock Maui. And maybe by some godly luck, I will get something in the next title crystal I open up. But I doubt it. And also, my nephew is crying upstairs, so you can probably hear that. He's a little baby. But what else can I talk about here? I mentioned that I think maybe the length of the events ties into the release of new characters, and that was at least the case with these new characters that came out towards the end of the last event when that was wrapping up, and obviously they wanted it so that this event could start up, but they didn't like extend the time of the previous event, I don't believe. So it seems like the events tie into when characters are released, and that would mean, of course, when this event is over, at some point they'll be adding new characters so they can start up a new event. Although I do believe that Minnie and Scrooge came out on their own, and they are available in the normal crystals and everything, but they were not released with an event. So that's still possible, I suppose. But with the last two updates, they've been adding 3 characters, as well as as well as these new events and everything tied into those characters, as a way to unlock them with their new special crystals and everything. But the thing about crystals as well is that, like I said, Minnie and Scrooge are available normally now through the means of the crystals, the normal guardian crystals and normal premium crystals. And I really hope they eventually do that with the new characters, especially like Ian, Goofy, and Judy, who are a whole update away now. And maybe by the time that the next update comes out, they will all have moved to the normal crystals and will be much more easy to unlock. But who knows, maybe they'll relegate them to their special crystals forever, even until the actual game is released. I kind of doubt it. I feel like eventually they'll just become normal characters like everybody else. Or maybe that's just me hoping, because I really do hope that they would eventually allow that. Because it really does suck trying to get them out of this crystal, which just maybe has a chance to unlock them, but they still cost way more than a normal crystal. I was expecting dialogue here. But another thing I said here for sure was that this is the first gameplay we're seeing of Ursula. We saw Ariel and Maui in the previous 2 episodes, and now we get to see Ursula in action. Now, Ariel is a melee character, and Maui and Ursula are both tank characters, which at first I wasn't sure of, just because I'm not used to them adding, like, if they add 3 characters, you'd think they want to represent 3 different of the abilities, but no, they did tank for both Ursula and for Maui, which of course makes sense character-wise, but it is just weird that they added 2 tanks at the same time. Of course, that's just to tie in the fact that this is an ocean kind of theme, but really I'm just rambling because I'm not sure what else to talk about. I've got like 7 more minutes here before this re-recording is done. I don't know. It put me in a bad mood immediately as soon as I lost all that footage, because I knew another 20 minutes of my time would be spent re-recording something I already did perfectly fine. And honestly, this is worse than the recording I had before. I was in a much better mood and was actually talking about the gameplay and everything, instead of me just sitting here looking at myself through the gameplay. But here I was talking about, I think Ursula looks really cool, especially in gameplay. Her tentacles look cool as she was moving there. We're about to destroy her with Rapunzel. We're going to use all of our mana and hit her. And when I realized that I'm about to kill her, I let her kind of use her ability real quick. And then now we're just going for the kill. But I wanted to make sure she was a tank and everything. And she is huge in gameplay. She's probably as big as like someone like Genie or something. She's pretty large and in charge as well. I gotta give it to them. These Fractured don't know when to quit. You're right, but what do they want? Huh? Now that you mention it, I have no idea. They never say anything. It's almost like their voices have been stolen. Wait a minute. I know who's behind this. Follow me. I don't actually think Ursula stole the Fractured voices. I think maybe... Or like, that seems almost like a coincidence that she figured that out. Like, I think Fractured are always like that. Maybe she actually did take their voices and I'm just not reading the dialogue well enough. But it seems like she's just using the Fractured to lure in the mer people or something. But maybe they're right about this. So, mind reading is one of the few things I can't do. Are you going to tell me what we're looking for? The Sea Witch, Ursula. The Fractured don't have voices, and she once tried to take my voice. So I thought maybe they're connected. Okay, and if we find her, we might find your missing merfolk. See, I've been listening. Come on. So this one here actually does have a crystal you can get on this far right side. You can see it right here. So I'm going to go for that crystal. I need to get some stars out of it too. But I will have to do this path a few times more just because I did go for that crystal. There she is. It's Ursula. Oh man. She made those Fractured some soup. That's nice. That's not soup. It's a spell. And the Fractured are getting stronger. Hurry. Sorry, I got jumbled in the words and the dialogue went too fast, but we're very close to when it crashes, which I'm thankful for, because I'd rather just have my present voice talking rather than re-recording voice. But this battle's going to go very easily, and I'm accidentally brought in Jack Sparrow, but I actually have a daily quest that wants me to bring in Jack Sparrow into levels, so I'm just going to leave him in for now. Plus I do a lot of videos with Sully anyways, so it is a little bit more diverse to have Jack Sparrow in here. But yeah, I just destroyed that boss. So we're going to go through. I have a few more dialogue lines, I think. So we're going to go this way, of course, to get this crystal, which does mean I miss out on that star and I'll have to come back at a different time, but that's alright. Here I think I was just talking about how I'm going to bring in Jack and not Sully. Even though we're fighting Sully, so I guess we're just beating him up for not being on my team. You know, I was just going to say that I think I'll do some 4 minutes of silence here. Because I'm kind of sick of re-recording this, but I think there might be another dialogue line, so I might wait to see if there's another dialogue, and then I'm going to be done. There's only a few minutes left before my recording voice goes back on, and I'm really out of things to talk about, if I'm being honest. I know Disney Heroes just got some characters leaked. I guess I can talk about that for a little bit. If you don't want to know characters that are coming to Disney Heroes, then skip ahead like 3 minutes and I won't be talking about it, but we just got the sign-in hero for October is going to be Lock, Shock, and Barrel, which I did predict would be coming in one of my prediction videos. Let's see, is there dialogue? No, okay. And then we also got Sadness is going to be here, which seems to be tied into the Pixar Fest kind of thing, which I will talk about when Sadness is actually shown off in the patch notes. But I assumed for 2.3 that they'd be adding a few characters since they're considering it a big update. But it seems like it'll most likely just be Sadness. We could get a surprise, but I'm pretty confident that it's just going to be one character, which will obviously upset a lot of people who are kind of unjustly hyping themselves up for no reason. It's kind of the own people's fault for hyping up updates when there's really no precedent to. No one's telling them that there's going to be a bunch of characters added up. It's their own minds telling them that a lot of characters are going to be added, when in reality we should know, especially from data mines, that we're going to be getting very few characters. But I'm still excited to see Sadness, I suppose. Just the idea that they can maybe add all of the emotions to the game would be cool. Oh, these Fractured are totally freaked out. It must be Ursula's magic. Maybe that's what happened to my friends from Atlantica. Maybe that's what changed the tides. Let's make sure she doesn't pump up these Fractured anymore. So the last talking point I had, I guess, is that I didn't remember if Atlantica is actually from The Little Mermaid. Like, is that legitimately what the kingdom was called? I don't remember it being that. It definitely could have been. And it also just could be some location they made up for this game. But you'll have to let me know if it is actually called Atlantica, because I don't remember that name at all. It's definitely been a while since I paid attention to a Little Mermaid at all. But Atlantica is just such a kind of boring and bad name in my opinion. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking. After this Maleficent fight, the regular audio will come back in. So thanks for listening to this part, and hopefully the rest of my recording is a little bit better. So the game crashed, which means that I'm going to have to re-record the last 20 minutes of recording that I just did. So that's really changed my mood here. But you've, at this point, already heard me talk for 20 minutes if you've been listening to this. Or, of course, you haven't listened to any of this, and me re-recording it has meant nothing because no one watches these videos. But Either way, I'm gonna do that. So that's something I have to look forward to, I guess. Did I explain why that happened? The game crashed, and then when I went to save the video, my recording software crashed, which means that I lost all the audio, but luckily the video still stays after that. It seems like when you're recording something and the software crashes, that whatever was currently recording gets deleted, but anything that you stopped recording will be saved. So luckily that at least stopped the video. It's unfortunate that most of the time when I do it and the game crashes, the recording software does not crash, which allows me to just keep that going. And it makes it a lot easier, but if I were to stop that, that wouldn't happen. My magic is working. Watching those two struggle against my power is delicious. The more powerful my fracture become, the more fractured are attracted to them. Oh, this won't end well for all those goody-goodies. So we're fighting Ariel once again. I assume the next two will be Maui and then Ursula again. There are 6 battles, which means you get to see each of the 3 characters once more. But yeah, this has been pretty easy. And we should probably continue to heal a little bit because Rapunzel is getting hurt. But it's really not going to be that big of a deal. How many battles are in this one? 3. Okay. This one hopefully won't take that long. One more, come on. Don't spawn in anyone else. Alright, so we have a full mana bar. I'm probably just going to unleash Rapunzel on her 3 times. Oh, there's 2 bosses. I didn't even see that. Okay, so this might take a little bit longer than I thought. What? How did that not hit? So yeah, Rapunzel is a melee character. And we got 2 tanks this time because Maui is also a tank. Ursula is a tank as well. So that's pretty interesting. Yep, that should get him. And the camera shot into the ceiling for some reason. But okay, if it doesn't crash, we're going to open that crystal. And impossible, they beat my soldiers. Well, I'll just need more of them. And a way to control them better. Oh, why isn't this getting easy anymore? So we completed that chapter as well. And we get some basic stuff for it. We're going to go open that crystal. Right here. And I doubt we'll get any characters from it. If we get any character shards at all, that'd be great. So more towards Baymax. They love giving me Baymax crystals for some reason. I just want to look real quick. What can you get from this? So I know it says you can get them. These are the featured prizes, but what are all the prizes? So you're guaranteed 4 to 9 guardian shards, but it doesn't say which guardians they are. Would that potentially be for the those 3 as well? Ian, Judy, and Goofy? I'm not sure. But anyways, I've had enough for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode for the final video on this event.